this video, we're going to be looking around the Dream SMP. A person named Yuki and Dead actually found the seed to the Dream SMP. So I've gone onto this world and located the places that you'll know best. At the end of this video, I'm going to be giving you the seed to this map as well. And also make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get 100k subscribers. Anyway, enjoy the video. So when you create the world and load into the seed, you'll be spawned here. Now, as you can tell, this is literally the Dream SMP spawn. And around this map, I've put arrows. They're not as bad as that one anyway. These arrows basically point out notable areas on the map, such as L'Manberg, Tommy's house, Tommy's holiday house, Fundy's secret base, and many more. The first place we have is the community portal. Now, this is what it looks like when they first created the world. Obviously, there's a lava pool there, which is where they created the portal. But next is probably one of the biggest locations on the Dream SMP and probably the place you'll know best. Obviously, you might not recognize it straight away, but this is where the community house is. So Dream's house that he made on that little water place, this is where it is, right in the middle. So we've got the community portal over there going over to this house. Obviously, this house is kind of like the center of Dream SMP, and to get to any other place, you have to go through here. Now, back over here, I believe, is one of the castles. I can't remember whose castle it is. If you want to tell me down in the comments, then be sure to do that. But that is a castle over there. Then I believe this goes to Ponk's new house. And then over here is probably one of the best places on the map and the Dream SMP. This is basically the pathway which leads to everything else. So the first location we've got on our left is like the subscriber quartz kind of hall. I'll put images and videos up on the screen as we look through these places so you know what I'm on about. But this has been in basically everybody's streams at once. It was more visited in the first couple of streams that people were doing on the Dream SMP. And then opposite that is where the Holy Lands are. So this is where the massive tower that Tommy built is. So if we go up here, you can actually compare the views if you want to. And you can see that it's practically the same. And that's because it's the same seed, obviously. Next, we're going to keep on going down this pathway. And this hill right here is where Punz's house is. That's the massive house which is made out of that dark wood. And it has a big observatory on it. And the path next to it would go through this hill. So I believe they mined out this area here because there's just a blank stone wall on the pathway. And then there's some stairs which go up to Punz's house up here. He also has a big area at the back of his house where you can look over and you can actually see Fundy's secret base. Now, this base is where it says not a secret base above of it, but obviously is Fundy's secret base. Now, I got the arrows around about the area. I couldn't exactly match it. I think it's around here though, is where he mined into the ground and created that base. The next place to look at is the pathway which goes over the water. Now, I believe this pathway is the one which Dream and Tommy actually had the bow fight at during the L'Manberg War. And next we've got the pathway which goes up the hill towards Tommy's house. On the left would be Quackety's house, which got burnt down and is just kind of ruined now. And on the right would be IKEA. So IKEA would be here, and then Tesco's would be in the sky. If we'd go up this hill, which would be the pathway, then you'd see the portal on the left side. And if we keep on going down, you can see TommyInnit's house. Now, I've broken some trees down so you can actually see the area clearer because this place was just full of trees at the start. And this is TommyInnit's house, and then Bad Boy Halo created a little statue up here, and Ninja's house would be right here. Now, I've built the bench as well, which they always go to look at, which has a jukebox next to it, and you can see it's the exact same view, obviously, because it's the same seed. Now, next over here is L'Manberg. This is the little, like, hill that they built through to make the pathway go over to L'Manberg, and obviously it's not going to look exactly the same because they actually had to pave over this water area. If we compare the area from when Tommy gets shown it from Wilbur, then you can see it's the exact same area. This would be the place where he built the van, which they started the whole thing out of. And next we have Dream's secret base, which was mainly a thing in the Disc saga, where basically Tommy and Tubbo did a glitch to see underground to see where Dream's hidden base was, and they realized it was next to Tommy's base. Now, at the moment on the Dream SMP, it's just been griefed with iron doors and hasn't been used in a while, so I'm not surprised that it's just not a big deal, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you didn't even know it existed. And if we keep on going down this pathway, we'll be greeted with Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo's mansion. Now, this is right next to the water, and just behind it is actually the Eiffel Tower that was griefed in another war. Now, Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo's mansion is probably one of the better builds on this whole entire server. I mean, it's just insane. If you've seen pictures of it or seen videos of them building it, it's massive and it just looks really cool. So yeah, that's probably one of the better builds on the server. And of course, as I said, behind it is the Eiffel Tower, which was built by Carl for Sapnap and Carl's honeymoon. Now, in another war, it was griefed. They basically lava casted it, so it was covered in cobblestone and it was actually set on fire as well. And next, I want to show you something which is pretty cool. Now, there is a map on screen right now, and I'm going to compare it to what we've got in this actual seed so you guys can know that it's literally the same. Now the map on screen isn't a recent map or anything, but if we compare up the lake where the community house is and the pathway and everything like that, you can see literally everything is lined up, and it basically is just a massive confirmation that this is the exact seed. Now next I'm going to be showing you where TommyInnit's holiday home is. This is where Henry was, and it's a very notable area. But after that I'm going to be showing you where Pogtopia is. So the roller coaster kind of thing that he built would go around here, and it'd go around this area here, cross here, and up to this hill. Now this is the hill where the house would be, and if you remember in the war where Satnap actually killed Henry, Dream and Tommy go from over here and they walk up here, and Tommy doesn't realize that this is the hill which has his house on. And as I said, finally we're going to be showing you where Pogtopia is. Now obviously this was going to be the hardest place to find, and I've dug actually the staircase which goes down into the ravine in this place, so this is literally what it looks like. So you're going through here, obviously they have the chest and everything like that, and then they have the weird staircase which goes down into the ravine. Now to be honest, I thought this would be really unrecognizable, but if you go down here you can kind of just, see what it would look like. You can kind of picture that this is actually Pogtopia, and down here somewhere is where they did the fight between Tommy and Techno, and there's so many memories in here recently. This has been a massive part of the storyline. I believe somewhere down here is the tunnel which connects them back up to the Dream SMP and like the whole main area. Now yeah, please leave a like on this video. It took me so long to find all these locations and the exact coordinates and everything like that. I had to look through a ton of videos. Also shout out to the people who found the seed. I'll link the Reddit page in the description. If you could please go and help them out. They obviously did the hardest part about this with finding the seed, so you need to support them. Also, the seed is going to be on screen now. If you guys want to go and check it out and actually find some more notable places, please tweet them to me at KianKSG. I'd love to see what places you find. With that said, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you are subscribed, and goodbye.